They take 14-13, Portland back in front. LeBron turned his corner inside! He made Yusuf Nurkic's screensaver!
If I could think of any player who deserves legend high-flying denier, it's LeBron James. And on the very next possession, we can hit him with the signature step back FU3 because this build gets Hall of Fame shifty shooter. Today we got my favorite version of LeBron in NBA 2K26. I'm talking about the year he turned into a superhero and treated us to one of the most legendary playoff runs of his career. LeBron hardly had any help on the Cavs back in 2018, but he put the team on his back series after series as he stepped up to the plate with multiple 40-point games, clutch performances, and game winners all throughout the playoffs. The Warriors were unbeatable at the time, but there was a sliver of hope for LeBron in Game 1 when he became only the 6th player in NBA history to score 50 points in a finals game, and then we all remember that J.R. Smith moment, and it was a sweep from there. But this kid from Akron continued to show us all how truly special he was in his 8th straight finals appearance, and he evolved his game along the way as we got to witness the dominance of all these variants of LeBron James, but 2018 LeBron will be remembered as the most complete version. He was as sharp as ever when it comes to basketball IQ, still had his otherworldly athleticism, and was capable of being the offensive engine of the team as the alpha dog who you could count on for elite shot making in the clutch. That's who I'm recreating on the game today with this build. 90 plus pass accuracy on a 6'8" point forward with 96 driving dunk and elite physicals, long arms and top dog shot making with Hall of Fame shifty shooter, gold post fade phenom because it's a logo build and LeBron was hitting these effortlessly in 2018, and a 90 block with legend high flying denier so we can yell. Alright y'all, Season 3 just dropped over the weekend, so I got brand new gameplay with this build at the end, but let's talk about how we made it and take a look at some of the clips I got from all throughout last season. Now, as you might have noticed in the thumbnail, this build takes advantage of cap breakers and gets some incredible value on that driving dunk. 5 caps gets us from a 79 all the way to a 96. This gets us Hall of Fame posterizer, which we can max +1 to legend, and these are great spots for a 6'8 build with a 7'1 wingspan. Now you can max +1 aerial wizard to legend if you want, but these clips are all with Hall of Fame. Combine this with speed and long arms and you can get some insane putbacks. We can also turn the clock forward and catch lobs from his future teammate Luka, and finishing at the rim in general on this build is clearly the biggest strength, so we gotta start here. Similar to last year, size matters on contact dunks, so I wanted to make a build that resembles my Sean Kemp build where I want to see what long arms and a high driving dunk looks like on a tall build, especially paired with really good physicals and top end speed for this height. Now if you played on a slasher this year, you know that dunk meter can be kind of finicky, and it almost seems like there's some RNG with it where some meters don't make sense, it can randomly fluctuate, and you'll lose a huge meter that should have stayed green. I still don't really know how it works, but what I do know is that if you compare this build to any height smaller, it's going to get better posters. We have the ratings, badges, height, wingspan, and speed to have the elite slashing ability that LeBron still possessed in 2018, and it'll get even better than what we're seeing here because I still have to unlock elite contacts off 2, which we plan for in our cap breakers. I'll share my full cap breaker plan later in this video, but another important value spot is on our block where only 4 caps will take us from a 74 to a 90. This unlocks gold high flying denier, and I really wanted to experiment with legend because, like I said at the beginning, if there's anyone this badge was intended for, it's LeBron frickin' James. I threw a max +2 on it for these clips, and it's nice because that's only a tier 2 badge, so we get to do this as soon as we hit level 30 in each season. I think chase downs are better than last year, and again, I might as well make this a strength on a build like this because it complements nicely with the wingspan and the athleticism that we're already investing in. Overall, I wouldn't say it's some game-breaking part of the build, it's just something that makes it a little more fun. I would say that the block rating itself makes an impact more than the legend badge, and when you combine that with a mobile 6'8 build and silver paint patroller, your presence will definitely be felt near the rim. Now the shot making on this build is something I really like, and I dropped the wingspan 1 inch down from max so we could get silver shifty shooter at 87 mid-range. I specialize in shooting through 2 cap breakers there, and got gold deadeye and Hall of Fame shifty shooter with my badge perks. We got the 83 3-point for bronze limitless, and I've been able to hit some of the classics like the go-to "La F you" 3 I showed earlier.
Come on.
There's a lot of animations I really like out of DeRozan's hop jumper package. Comboing this one out of the step back is a nasty look, but this one going left out of the triple threat looks the most like LeBron in my opinion. Now the Hall of Fame shifty shooter really helps us establish ourselves as a threat to score aside from rim running, and I've been able to hit some clean fades with it. They nerfed these hard at the beginning of last season, but I got Kobe's fade down like muscle memory, and I've been able to surprise myself with some fading threes post patch. I even went to it here, late in the fourth, and only up 1 point. Shot clock is ticking, but I hit the escape, straight into the fade for a clutch 3. We're channeling 2018 Bron as best as we can, even though they nerfed these type of shots pretty heavily. I threw a 60 post control on the build just to get Bron's post fade so I can max +2 that to gold and get into the post bag that LeBron had mastered by his 15th season. This is another area that benefits from being 6'8 with long arms, and these shots out of the post are very easy for me to time. 87 midi with gold post fades and gold deadeye are more than enough for us to add another layer to our scoring as a 3-level threat. This post hop towards the weak side was LeBron's bread and butter in 2018, so I'm glad that we're able to recreate that here. Even in OT, we're up 3 here and a bucket would go a long way. I can confidently go to the post hop and extend the lead to 5. This is the type of shot making you don't see often in 2K26, so people aren't used to defending it. We got enough out of the badges to make this another area that I would definitely consider a strength on this build, which is crazy because we only had to invest 60 post control, so it really wasn't that expensive. Now, of course, LeBron James is one of the most gifted passers ever, so we couldn't sell him short. We went with a 90 pass sack, and I definitely plan on capping that to at least 92, maybe even 95 later in the year. Once we show that we're a threat in the post, easy looks will follow, and LeBron will definitely capitalize. I'm using his pass style and dotting his future teammate Austin Reeves in the corner for 3, and I'm using the Dishmaster take to boost his green window as well. Right here, there's 2 minutes left in the fourth. Austin's spotting up on the hash, and we find him for the clutch 3. And now he popped deep bomber, so you know LeBron's gonna call for the same look again and again, finding him at the top there and extending the lead to 5. Back to back to back possessions, finding him on the hash, closing it out there, and LeBron's gonna get the lane steal here and finish off the game with the exclamation point. From all the clips I got in that game alone, you can already see how well-rounded this build is. The last thing I'll mention is the rebounding, which I was able to get all the way up to an 80 for Silver Rebound Chaser. This is very nice to have, and it just adds versatility so that I can run power forward or even bring this build out in the park if I want. We end up getting multiple rebounds here all in the span of a minute, and not only does this accurately represent LeBron's abilities, it also makes a huge impact in the margins, which is going to help us win more games. Now, if you want to see the shades, we got Glenn Robinson, Paul Pierce, and of course, LeBron James. We're a 2-way midi point forward, which is accurate for how I play on this build, and the only weakness listed is that it won't get many lane steals because we only have a 60 steal for Bronze Interceptor, but honestly, it's not that bad. As I said all throughout this video so far, length and speed is going to help everywhere, so we at least have the ability to break up some passes as long as we're reading the lanes correctly. Now, if you want to see all the animations I'm using, badge perk and Capbreaker game plans, along with any adjustments I might make on this build if I were to remake it, stick around till the end. But for now, we got to see the build in action. Let's take it into the rec and see how it's looking in Season 3. Alright, so you can see what the teams are looking like here. We got another classic duel between LeBron and Steph. 21st in Colorado right there. You'll see later on why he's deserving of that rank. So LeBron getting going in the post here, finding a teammate on the wing for our first assist of the game, the easy 3. Here we are passing it in to our point guard, straight to the cut, and we get the windmill on 3 defenders. LeBron getting going early. Here we get the ball on the left side, hit the escape move, get to the DeRozan hop jumper to the right, showcasing that Hall of Fame shifty shooter early in this one. And here I just wanted to show you guys my matchup is already being toxic. He's emoting, bending over, grabbing his head. We've all seen this type of guy before in the rec, and it's only the first quarter. You know, I'm just happy he's not on my team. But we hit the windmill there in transition. We're already up to 6 points. Here he is again, just emoting. So I know my job is simple. I'm going to just try and keep him frustrated so we can get this easy win. I'm going to play good defense on him there. I know he hasn't been getting many looks, and so I knew that he was going to want to shoot it there. And now you can see him and Steph passing it back and forth. Like I said, we've all seen this before. So I'm going to keep doing my best to just keep him frustrated. And right here, I'm going to attack him. So I'm going to hit the escape move straight to the corner. He cannot guard me. He's not getting any looks. I'm taking advantage again of that Hall of Fame shifty shooter. Right here, I know he's going to shoot. So I jump. We get the 14% contest with our long arms on this LeBron build. Spotting up in the corner, and we can't get the shot to go. I tried to do a no dip there, but for some reason I got a little bit of a hitch. Here, I know my guy's definitely going to shoot, so I jump. He finally gets his first bucket of the game, and now the score is 23-24 in the second quarter. On the next possession here, we're going to pass it in, find the open spot on the wing, This should be an easy one, and we do make up for that no dip shot in the corner. We're able to get that one to go, and we're off to an early 11 points. But right here on the other end, we see the cut. LeBron with the chase down, gets the block, but what is that late foul? It's on my teammate, and it's not even gonna count. He does make the first, misses the second, so we catch it in transition here. Bad catch, gonna fake pass, find my center at the top with a crazy one leg moving three. That was nice. We get our second assist there. And now I noticed that my shooting guard hasn't really been getting many touches. We don't want him to get toxic like the guy on the other team, so I'm gonna look for him there. He gets the easy dunk. Now we have our takeover. We got 11 points, 3 assists in transition. Here we are off the bounce. Can't get it to go. I think he should have just hit me there for an easy dunk. But LeBron chasing down. Can we get it back? Can't get it there. Now I got my Dishmaster still active, so I want to use it. I catch it on the left side, and I'm looking for my center on the right. He gets it, puts it up, and gets an easy green. And there he goes. My matchup finally leaves the game after being toxic for the first half. So now the score is 31-35 as they're down a man. Steph finds himself open for the easy three, and he's going to do everything he can to keep his team in the game despite losing a player. LeBron's going to get the rebound there for our first one of the game. Look down court for the easy one. We got our 5th assist with that Dishmaster hitting the full court pass. And as you can see, Steph, 15 points, scores 38-42. But we're doing our part with 11 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and that A+ teammate grade. Here, I think that he's going to shoot there. But can we get the chase down? Yes, we can. That time, legend high-flying denier coming in as we get another easy transition bucket. We already got our takeover popping again in the second half. We get a steal, spotting up in the corner. My point guard pays it back, finds me, and we get another easy no-dip three, and we're up to 14 points. Now right here, I know that Steph's the problem, so I'm going to cheat off of my man a little bit. I know that I can get back anyways and recover with the chase down, but he hits the shooting guard instead, and we're in good position to get the stop there with our silver paint patroller. We get another rebound, looking down court. Our point guard's going to throw another lob and can't get it to go as he's trying to be too flashy. Right here, we're going to fight for the rebound. Nothing really materializes out of it, but I do notice that my center has deep bomber, so I want to stack our takeovers together. I hit him there. He hits the step back, gets the shot to go. I don't get credit with the assist, but Dimer pops there, so maybe my takeover helped out as well. But that's going to extend our lead, and here we are in the fourth with nearly a 20-point lead, but Steph's going to knock down the deep three. Now at this point, Steph's doing all the heavy lifting. He's up to 27, so I'm going to help out my teammate when I can. He can't get anything to go, so he's forced to pass it out. They missed the shot, so we're going to rip down the rebound, look up, and get some easy points. My team really stopped passing to me in the second half, but we're going to do everything that we can as LeBron to help him out. Right here, I know that Steph's going to want to shoot it with his deep bomber, so we read that, get the easy block. I definitely should have cut here, but you would think that with us being up by almost 20 points and 2 minutes left in the fourth, this one should be wraps. But Steph, you know, never say never, especially with Steph on the other team. He's going to get the steal, get another easy three there, cuts it down to 15. Here I'm going to make a critical mistake when I finally get to touch the ball. Turn it over. They find Steph. He jacks up another three and hits the 37% contested. It's down to 12 points only, and Steph gets another steal. He's going to fry me right here. I don't even know where I'm looking. He gets the fade for the 28-footer. And now it's down to single digits. So I don't want this to get out of hand. With only a minute 30 left in the fourth, we just need a bucket to stop the bleeding. LeBron's going to catch it in the post. It's 2018. You know that you can count on him. He gets to the post hop, and that's a clutch bucket to push it to double digits. Steph does everything that he can here, hits another three, brings it down as close as 4, but it's not going to be enough as we bring home the win. We did our part in the random rec. Not a crazy stat line, but hopefully you got to see everything that we can do with this build, and Steph definitely made it interesting with his 44 points, but ultimately LeBron came out on top and got his revenge. Now, I love pretty much everything about this build, and I honestly don't think I would change it. It's very well rounded, and I feel like it captures most of 2018 LeBron's capabilities. But one thing to consider if you wanted to slightly tweak it is the speed with ball. I made this build a while ago, so I went with 80 so we could get blur, and if you know, you know. But they nerfed that takeover now, so I'm probably only going to use Dishmaster or maybe try out Poster Machine a little bit. I still like having the speed with ball just for the attribute itself and moving faster while dribbling, but if you want, you could drop it to 75 and nothing changes in terms of badges, and we're using Zach LaVine's dribble style, which you can still get as well. This gives us a little bit more to play with, and you could throw it on pass accuracy just to save a couple cap breakers, or you could actually get an 89 speed, which is super fast for a 6'8". I threw the rest on free throw, and I was able to keep all the cap breaker values we found on this this build. I tried some other stuff and wasn't able to tweak it much without losing those cap values, so just make sure that you're careful. Feel free to use this as a template and mess around with it to your liking, but check this screen and make sure that you're getting +4s and 3s on the dunk and +5, 4s, and 3 on your block. Here's the full game plan when it comes to cap breakers. I would start off getting at least a 93 dunk, then get your shooting, and 1 cap on block is pretty good value for silver high flying denier. After that, I would finish out the block, then the dunk and vert for some better animations and Hall of Fame posterizer, and finally I'll move on to the pass accuracy. Here are all the animations I was using in that gameplay. The only thing you don't want to miss out on is of course the dunk packages, where I'm going to equip Elite Contacts off 2 once I unlock it. Now that's going to do it for the legendary 2018 LeBron in NBA 2K26. Appreciate y'all for sticking with me to this point. Please feel free to drop a like and hype the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.